We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Riddick Bowe, 6'5", 240 pounds with a reach. Here comes Riddick Bowe, the Big Daddy. Despite being 6'5" tall, one of the best inside fighting heavyweights there's ever been. Smokin Joe Frazier.
This bout is scheduled for 12.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of them. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it G's them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They both want the knockout. There's a counter shot. Looking to land the hook. Caught him. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Beautiful counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. That jab doesn't score. They have no respect for each other's punching power. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round.
Well, we know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you...
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You do not want to stand and trade with Joe Frazier. Nice counter. No rest for the weary. You don't want to stand and trade with Smokin Joe. That counter punch caught him clean. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because somebody's going to get hurt, and someone's going to react.
You'd like to see more jabs. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we are seeing?
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back.
And what else could they do but to take a knee here?
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Tried to score with a jab. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Swing and a miss with the hook.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace.
And we may see an early stoppage here.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go.
The referee's counting him, watching him close. Come on, make it. You can do it.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
The jab not finding its target. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Nice counter. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
The perfect counter lands. Frazier being much more selective with his punches. Misses with the jab. And he misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters.
An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Do you believe what we're seeing? You'd like to see more jabs. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right.
And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both men step back for just a moment. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Caught him. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're getting it. Kitchen sink.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He misses with that jab. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Are we about to see a first-round knockout?
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well done with that counter shot. And that hook misses. Perfect counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Frazier being much more selective with his very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.